All right, here's a question. What is the center and radius of the circle? Remember, this is the formula for the center at the origin. The origin is 0, 0. Now remember, this is r squared. So if r squared equals 14, then r has to equal the square root of 14. So that's question 23. Question 24, can x squared plus 25 be factored using integer coefficients? No. Okay, if that was x squared minus 25, we may be able to factor that, but we cannot with x squared plus 25. And then 25 is a factoring problem. Now this one is the sum of two cubes. The sum of two cubes, like a cubed plus b cubed. Now a little formula, and yes, this is a little tough to remember. Probably the only thing that's really tough right now in the course as far as remembering a formula. But here you go right there. This is the general form, and the shortcut is you just take the first term, which is 3x. If it's plus between them, you write plus. You write the base, the other base, times, and just try to remember this. It's the first one squared, 9x squared. It's the last one squared, 16. And then you're going to do the opposite sign, and you're just going to multiply them together and say 12x. You may be able to think of the word stop, okay? This sign, let's see, stop, same, opposite, same, and opposite. This is, so if you have this guy, the first sign is the same, and the second one is opposite. That's not really a good illustration, but I'm just moving on. Okay, so now we're back to something a little bit different. We're talking about complex numbers with question 26. So you want to add these guys together, and that's pretty straightforward. So this is going to be 6 plus 8i plus a negative 56 plus 35i. All right, so you're going to combine these two together. That's negative 50 plus, that's going to be 43i. Remember, it needs to be in the form a plus bi. Now 27 is a multiply problem, and I'm just going to use the box method here, okay? So remember what I do here. It's negative 3. This is a plus 5i. And this is a 6 and a minus 2i. Okay? And so I'm going to multiply row and column. That's minus 18. That's a 30i. That's a plus 6i. And then this is a minus 10i squared. Now let's deal with this. We've got our negative 18. We understand that. 30i and 6i is plus 36i. But we remember that I squared is negative 1. Very important to remember that. So what would minus 10i squared be? Be negative 10, right? Times a negative 1, which is plus 10. Now put these two guys together here. You have negative 8 plus 36i. Okay, I hope that helped you out. All right, 28, divide and express the answer in standard form. Now, this is a challenging problem, okay? It's not impossible. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to multiply the top and the bottom by the conjugate. The top and the bottom by the conjugate. Now, if I do the box method on the bottom, you're going to find you're going to end up with 4 plus 9. Okay? Now, we're going to have to do the box method on the top. So, let me do that right here. I think, right here. So, we got 5 and a I, and we have 2 and a 3i. Okay, so this is 10, this is 2i, this is 15i, and this is 3i squared. All right, so keep this in mind. It's going to be a minus 3 here. 10 minus 3 is 7. Okay. Then we have a 15i and 2i is 17i. Okay, so the answer is going to be 7 plus 17i over 13. All right, give an example of the commutative property of addition. Here's one. Give an example of the associative property of multiplication. Okay, so associate. These are like people in a line talking to each other. These two people could talk to each other, and these two people could talk to each other. All right, really, it's the same. The numbers are in the same order, but I'm multiplying them differently. Here I'm multiplying the first two together, and then I'm getting 6. And here I'm multiplying the last two together, and then I'm doing that final multiplication, getting 6. Okay, so these properties are illustrated with specific numerical examples here, and those would be an example of the commutative and associative property using numbers. Okay, so I hope that helps you out. Now, this concludes the review for the midterm. And I hope that those that need this would take advantage of looking through it. And I hope that you have received some benefit. Thank you.